A Homeless Guide. Chapter 1. A Homeless Guide 1. Homeless info. The first thing you do is don't stick out. Don't look too healthy or talk too wise. Try to find a good Christian homeless shelter that just won't take you in for the night, but one that will take you in for as long as it takes to get back on your feet, as long as you follow their rules. There is a big one in Los Angeles run by the Barnett family. I believe it's called the Dream Center or something like that. There's a good one in Chicago run by the Pacific Garden Mission people, unshackled.org. They don't care where you're from. If you go there, they will help you rebuild your life, not just give you a place to stay for a while. Most shelters are nightly affairs. You go at night, get a meal, sleep in a cot, then the next morning they kick you out for the day. Most have time limits of a week or so. You can go for 7 nights, but then they don't want to see you for a week or 2. This is no way to get back on your feet. You need a sanctuary where you know you have a bit of space and time to develop yourself. This is what these few Christian shelters offer. Barring that, most people who end up on the street are like a deer caught in a set of headlights. They don't know what to do. They will learn the way most people do, the hard way. Books about poverty and homelessness are at number 362.509 or HV4509 at the library. Homeless websites. 1. NHCHC.org, National Healthcare for the Homeless Council. CovenantHouse.org, helping homeless children and youth. HomelessShelterDirectory.org, Homeless Shelter Directory. EndHomelessness.org, National Alliance to End Homelessness. NCHA.ed.gov, National Center for Homeless Education. AIR.org/center/national-center-family-homelessness, National Center on Family Homelessness. RHYClearinghouse.acf.hhs.gov, National Clearinghouse on Homeless Youth and Families. NationalHomeless.org, National Coalition for the Homeless. NHCHC.org, National Healthcare for the Homeless Council. NLCHP.org, National Homelessness Law Center. ProjectHome.org, Project Home. RaisingTheRoof.org, Raising the Roof. UnderstandHomelessness.com, Understanding Homelessness. USICH.gov, United States Interagency Council on Homelessness. Homeless websites. 2. RaisingTheRoof.org, Canada. InvisiblePeople.tv. 211.org. agrm.org/how-help.html. amsa.org/program/gpit/homeless.cfm, health program. articles.natch.com/sv/article/how-to-help-the-. AtlantaChildren'sShelter.com. bhchp.org, Boston Healthcare for the Homeless Program. ccut.ca/homeless. bloggerSchool.blogspot.com/2007/1/2/x-of-kindness-day-dis-117th-2007.html. CovenantHouse.org, Children. CaliforniaProgressReport.com. CastleofHopHeiferLostSouls.legalord.com. ccdia.net, Catholic Charities of the Diocese of Arlington. childhelp.org/program/homeless. chosentoremember.com. christmaswishprogram.org. cnn.com, homeless. coalitionforthehomeless.org, NYC. connection-at-stmartins.org.uk, London, UK. courierministries.org. cphi.org, Miami-Dade Homeless Help. cphinational.org. crisis.org. crisis.org.uk. demomelisshelp.org, Des Moines. doe.org, Fund. endlongtermhomelessness.org. doe.org, The Doe Fund, Help the Homeless, New York. DonaldDriverFoundation.com, Homeless Families. DoSomething.org/project/soul-full-feeding-homeless. EarthSystems.org/ways. eHow.com, how to help the homeless. Every country of the world. EverydayChristian.com. FamilyHomelessness.org, National Center on Family Homelessness. Forecastion.com/index.php/trend/replate-for-helping-homeless-people. Forums.homeless.org.au. freestonesvisions.blogspot.com/2007/04/rescue-mission-to-help-lost-souls.html. demomellieshelp.org, Des Moines Homeless Help. glasgowcitymission.com. gratefulness.org. habitat.org. hats4thehomelles.org. help4homelles.org. helpthehomellessdc.org. hhs.gov. hiddenhomeless.ca. homeless.org.au. Homeless children. Homeless websites 3. homelesshelp.com. homeless-interntional.org. makepovertyhistory.org. homelessnation.org. homelessness.com. homelessprenatal.org, Program for Homeless Pregnant Women. hpn.asu.edu, Homeless People's Network. hud.gov/homeless/index.cfm. hud.gov/kids. introspect.ca. nah.org, End Homelessness. nationalhomeless.org. nch.ari.net. nch.ari.net/mental.html. nchv.org, National Coalition for Homeless Veterans. OneFamilyInc.org, not-for-profit organization devoted to ending family homelessness. OperationDen.blogspot.com, a personal chronicle of what Hurricane Katrina has done to my poor proud people. orgsites.com/ny/American Homeless Society. Ottawa InnerCityMinistries.ca, Ottawa, Canada. pengia.org/street_children/orgs/orgs3.htm. project417.com. realchongenews.org. rebuildingtogether.org, 804-REHAB9. riverofelifimission.org. samaritanins.org, transitional living and affordable housing programs. scottiesplace.org, 800-621-5676, summer camp for homeless kids. sdrescue.org, San Diego Rescue Mission. searchproject.org, Houston. sparesomechange.com. squat.net, squatting. travelersAid.org. trinity.wa.edu.au/plfyrc/issues/homeless.htm, unitedway.org. ushelplines.org/homeless.php. va.gov/homeless. vegasrescue.org, Las Vegas Rescue Mission. worcesterresources.org, Homelessness Programs Worcester. Homeless Organizations. Community for Creative Nonviolence 1345 Euclid St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20009202-332-4332 Help the Homeless. Homeless and Missing Network 2101 Wilson Road No. 302 Arlington, VA 22201-300870-3-524-7600 Support Group for the Families of Mentally Ill People Who Are Missing or Homeless or Both. Homeless Information Exchange 1830 Connecticut Ave. N.W. Washington, D.C. 2001-202-462-7551 Housing Workers Homeless with AIDS 594 Broadway NYC 1001222-966-0466 National Resource Center on Homelessness and Mental Health 262 Delaware Ave Del Mar, New York 1205480-444-7415518-439-7415 SAMHSA.gov National Volunteer Clearinghouse for the Homeless 425 2nd St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20001800 Help 664. Chapter 2. A Homeless Guide to British Housing Info. CIH.org, Chartered Institute of Housing. Crisis.org.uk. Housing.org.uk. Shelter.org.uk. Find a homeless shelter. Know that the Salvation Army runs homeless shelters, salvationarmy.org, because there's one where I live. I don't know about redcross.org or unitedway.org, but you can try them too. Most good homeless shelters are Christian run. SDEshelter.org, 505-982-6611, Large Homeless Shelter, Santa Fe, NM. National Volunteer Clearinghouse for the Homeless, 800 Help 664. Homeless DC area nonprofit websites. Back on My Feet. 215-772-1080. backonmyfeet.org/Washington-D-C. 500 New Jersey Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. 1000 Spring Road, NW, Washington, D.C. Capital Area Food Bank. 300 VST between 2nd and 4th THST, NW Office, 160 U Street, NW. Friendship Place. ThrivedC.org. 202-503-1533. NW Suite G1, Washington, D.C. 20010. Housing Up. HousingUp.org, Dylan Ficca, or 202-291-5535, extension 412. 5101 16th Street, NW, Washington, D.C. 20011. The Friendship Place. 202-364-1419. FriendshipPlace.org. 4713 Wisconsin Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20016. Community for Creative Nonviolence. 202-393-1909. TheCCNV.org. 425 2nd St. NW, Washington, D.C. Community Family Life Services. 202-347-0511, extension 4005. CFLSDC.org. 305 EST, NW, Washington, D.C. Community of Hope. 202-407-7757. 4 Atlantic Street, SW, Washington, D.C. 20032. District Alliance for Safe Housing. 202-462-3274 x227. -dc.org. 219 Riggs Road, NE, Washington, D.C. 20011. Friends of Guest House. 703-549-8072. friendsofguesthouse.org. 1 East Luray Avenue, Alexandria, Virginia 22301. The Homeless Children's Playtime Project. 202-329-4481. Jubilee Housing Inc. 202-299-1240. 202-667-8970. JubileeJobs.org. 2712 Ontario Road, NW, Washington, D.C. 20009. Mana. 202-832-1845. manadc.org. 6856 Eastern Avenue Northwest, Suite 100, Washington, D.C. 20012. 202-328-6608, Volunteer. Mary House. 202-780-5137. maryhouse.org. 4303 13th Street Northeast, Washington, D.C. 20017 USA. My Sister's Place. Domestic Violence Shelter. 202-529-5261. mysistersblackydc.org. N Street Village. 202-939-2076. nstreetvillage.org. 1333 N St. NW, Washington, D.C. 20005. National Alliance to End Homelessness. 202-638-1526. nah.org. endhomelessness.org. 1518 K St. N.W., 2nd floor, Washington, D.C. 20005. Neighbors Constjo. 202-234-6855. neighborsconstjo.org. The Salvation Army. 202-756-2600. salamydc.org. 2626 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. 20037. Samaritan Inns. SamaritanInns.org. 202-667-8831. 2523 14th STNW, Washington, D.C. 20009. Share DC. Food Network. 301-864-3115, extension 011. CatholicCharitySDC.org. SharedC.org. 3222 Hubbard Road, Landover, Maryland 20785. Sum.org. 202-797-8806. 71 OST, NW, Washington, D.C. 20001. Sums Isaiah House location. 202-797-8806, extension 1068. 75 Hanover Place, NW, Washington, D.C. 20001. Homelessness Association websites from the agapecenter.com/organizations/homeless.htms and organizations. cucs.org, Center for Urban Community Services, CUCS. endhomelessness.org, National Alliance to End Homelessness. nationalhomeless.org, National Coalition for the Homeless, NCH. nhchc.org, National Healthcare for the Homeless Council, NHCHC. nlchp.org, National Law Center on Homelessness and Poverty. nrchmi.com, National Resource Center on Homelessness and Mental Illness, NRCHMI. Homelessness by U.S. State. cohio.org, Coalition on Homelessness and Housing in Ohio, COHIO. homeless-healthcare.org, Healthcare for the Homeless, Houston, Texas. homesforthehomeless.com, Homes for the Homeless and the Institute for Children and Poverty, New York City, New York. hhclaw.org, Homeless Healthcare, Los Angeles, California. ICHI.org, Indiana Coalition on Housing and Homeless Issues, ICHI. emmaomelis.org, Massachusetts Coalition for the Homeless, MCH. mnhomelesscoalition.org, Minnesota Coalition for the Homeless, MCH. arihomeless.com, Rhode Island Coalition for the Homeless, RICH. St. Martin's Hospitality Center.com, St. Martin's Hospitality Center, cabq.gov, Albuquerque, New Mexico. tuscolaomeliscoalition.org, Tuscola County Homeless Coalition, Caro, Michigan, MI. UCSC.com, Upstate Homeless Coalition of South Carolina. The Senior Homeless Program, homeless seniors get a permanent room. Any Canadian citizen 65 or older can apply to a new program we will set up called the Senior Homeless Program. The Canadian government will appoint a Minister of Homelessness who will manage it hands-on. As we eliminate military bases, the Ministry of Homelessness will take over some resident buildings made up of single rooms and convert them into permanent senior housing. We'll start with $1 billion to build small solar-powered houses on federal land that will be named Senior Villages for Homeless Seniors. Chapter 3. Some high school and college students are homeless. Homeless student websites for grade school and college. ed.gov/about/init/supporting-homeless-students/index.html. Studentsagainsthunger.org, National Student Campaign Against Hunger and Homelessness, organizing students to fight poverty through service, education, and action. creditcritics.com/guide-students-without-home, living without a home, a resource guide for homeless students, effects of being a homeless student and resources for students at risk of becoming homeless. hudexchange.info/resources/documents/2014-AHAR-part1.pdf, Department of Housing and Urban Development. nn4youth.org/wp-content/uploads/issue brief_education.pdf, Institute for Children and Poverty. DoSomething.org/us/11-facts-about-homeless-teens, 80%. homelessfund.org/programs/building blocks, building blocks after school program. Coalition for the homeless.org/our-programs/youth/bound-for-success, bound for success. schoolonwheels.org, Schools on Wheels, an academic tutoring service for homeless children in Southern California. ewomentoring.org/our-program1.html, Eyes Wide Open Mentoring, a one-to-one mentoring program homeless students. salvationarmyusa.org/usn/provide-shelter, the Salvation Army. gracegrapevine.org/trans_housing.aspx, Grace, a program that allows families to live in temporary housing for up to 2 years while they find their footing. fns.usda.gov/national-school-lunch-program-NSLP, National School Lunch Program. afteratoeducate.com, After 8 to Educate, Dallas, a program for unsheltered high school students. beautifultogether.org/project/safe-showers-for-homeless-youth, Beautiful Together. janusouth.org/program/homeless-youth, Janus Youth Showers, Washers and Dryers, Telephones and Internet Connections. avenuesforyouth.org/make-a-difference, avenues for homeless youth. youthlingkmn.org, Youth Minnesota. Homeless Student College websites. Federally funded program. ed.gov/program/trio upbound/index.html, upward bound. ed.gov/program/gearup/index.html, gaining early awareness and readiness for undergraduate programs. GaryMiddleCollege.org, Gary Middle College in Indiana. schools.mnps.org/middle-college-high-school. csus.edu/student/case manager/emergency%20 housing.html, Student Emergency Housing Program, Sacramento, CA. bruinshelter.org, Students for Students, S4S, in Los Angeles. y2yharvardsquare.org, Y2Y Harvard in Boston offer housing for students, by students. k12.wa.us/secondary education/career college readiness/running start.aspx, running start. The California Department of Education. cde.ca.gov/ci/ct/we, work experience education. Coalition for the Homeless. coalitionforthehomeless.org/our-first-step-job-training/first-step, first-step job experience. care.fsu.edu/usp, Florida State University's Unconquered Scholars. asuU.utah.edu/displaced-students, University of Utah Student Homelessness Task Force. singlestopusa.org, Single Stop USA. ciaomelusyouth.library.ca.gov, California Homeless Youth Project. coalitionforthehomeless.org. homelessinfo.org. playtimeproject.org/get-involved/donate-goods, Homeless Children's Playtime Project. homelessfund.org/programs/mini-grants, Homeless Children's Education Fund. Pittsburgh's HCEF offers mini-grants for educational enrichment programs. human-i-t.org, Human IT. projectnightnight.org, Project Night Night. Packages to homeless students aged 12 and under. springisd.org, Spring ISD Homeless Resource Center. youthcare.org/get-needed-supplies/current-needs, achildsplace.org, Charlotte, North Carolina. homemadehope.org/volunteer, homemadehope Dallas. horizonschildren.org/how-you-can-help/volunteer-network, Horizons for Homeless Children. housingfamilies.org. newyorkcares.org/program-areas/children, New York Cares. schoolonwheels.org/volunteer, schools on wheels remote tutoring services to homeless youth. shipfrederick.com/programs, student homelessness initiative partnership, Frederick County, Maryland. voa.org/brightening-birthdays, Volunteers of America. wyoto.org/volunteers, youth on their own, Arizona, educate homeless teens. Chapter 4. Some people have real hardships. Hunger websites. africare.org, Africare. redcross.org, American Red Cross. bread.org, Bread for the World. care.org, Care. catholicrelief.org, Catholic Relief Services. econet.org, Echo, Educational Concerns for Hunger Organization. foodfirst.org, Food First, Institute for Food and Development Policy. thp.org, The Hunger Project. thehungersite.com, The Hunger Site. interaction.org, Interaction. charity.org, International Service Agencies, ISA. lwr.org, Lutheran World Relief. oxfam.org, Oxfam International. angelfood.org/site/pp.asp_c=ETIQK6OIG&B=34728, project. Angel Food. SaveTheChildren.org, Save the Children Federation. knockidhungry.org, Share Our Strength. UNICEF.org, United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF. children-us.org, World Emergency Relief. children-us.org, World Food Programme. corusfeedkids.com, Canada. A Future Without Poverty.com. MakePovertyHistory.com. wateraid.org.uk. secondhelpings.org, Help Eliminate Hunger in Indianapolis, in. TrickleUp.org, Help Poor People Get Self-Sufficient. fas.usda.gov/icd/borlog/borlogbio.hdm, Dr. Norman Ernest Borlaug. hungeractivist.wfp.org/country_brief/hunger_map/map_pop-up/map_pop-up.html, WFP World Hunger map.soulcomhouse.com/hunger.htm, worldhunger.globenet.org/fmsfame, World Community Fund Against Hunger. usemayors.org/uscm/hungersurvey, worldhunger.org. acfb.org/projects/hunger101, acf-fr.org, 0143358888, fight hunger in France.bread.org, 800-82-BREADCANADIANFEEDTHECHILDREN.CACFH.ca, food for the hungry. feedingamerica.org, chatfoodbank.org and hunger.org, 800-333-4597, fns.usda.gov/wicfrac.org. frac.org/html/hungerinthea/hungerindex, freedomfromhunger.org, freefromhunger.org. grains.org, U.S. Feed Grains Council. heifer.org, Feed the Poor. humanefood.ca. infactcanada.ca, Infant Feeding Action Coalition Canada, International. kidscanmacadifference.org. oxfamamerica.org, 877 Oxfam, helps the poor in several ways. projectbread.org, feeds the poor. projectmeal.org, Meals on Wheels. rehydrate.org, help cure dehydration of children. secondharvest.org, 800-771-2303, food bank locator on their website, find food banks by state, city, and zip code. Strength.org, 800-969-4767. TheHungerSite.com thp.org, The Hunger Project. WorldHungerYear.org. Feed the Children POB 36 Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 7310800-627-4556 800-367-2400 feedthechildren.org. Food for the Hungry 7729 E Greenway, Scottsdale, Arizona 85260-800-248-6437 fh.org. Poverty websites: napo-onap.ca, National Anti-Poverty Organization, NAPO, a non-governmental, non-partisan advocate organization of low-income Canadians and others concerned about issues affecting poor people. worldbank.org/poverty, PovertyNet, World Bank, for people working to understand and alleviate poverty. 50years.org, poverty. foodnotbombs.net. WFP.org, World Food Program. Livespin.org/lifespin. Low Income Family Empowerment. EqualityRights.org/CCPI, Charter Committee on Poverty Issues brings together low-income activists and poverty law advocates to ensure that poor people in Canada can effectively secure and assert their rights under international human rights law. waterlooregion.org/poverty/talk/ Let's talk about poverty. Whyhunger.org. acton.org/impact, real solutions to poverty turn goodwill into effective action. christianaid.org.uk. commondreams.org/archive/2007/09/05/3634. defeatpoverty.com. dominicantoday.com/dr/poverty. govspot.com/no/poverty.hdm. grameen-info.org, poverty. help.com. irpumn.org, Institute on Race and Poverty, U of MN. makepovertyhistory.org. microcreditsummit.org, loans to poor people. nextbillion.net/news/herald-tribune-discusses-out-of-poverty. oxfam.org.uk. poverty-to-opportunity.blogspot.com. povnet.org. powerfulinformation.org. reason.org/blog/show/10037225.html. habitat.org. results.org. results-resultats.ca, and hunger and poverty. ruralpovertyportal.org. shopware.films.com/id/15600/down_but_not_out_at_situational_poverty.htm. education/world-issues/chat/chat119.html. sonicbids.com, Seattle poverty. sopar.ca, Society for Partnership, Poverty. sparesomechange.com. sblcenter.org, Southern Poverty Law Center. stateline.org. tao.ca/ocap, Ontario Coalition Against Poverty. theithacajournal.com, Poverty Portal. unitedwila.org. wehadians.com/a payoff-out-of-poverty.html. encarta.msn.com/down-and-out.html. independent.co.uk/money/pensions/miss-out-on-hyphen-cash-lifeline-1730972.html. oxfamamerica.org. worldbank.org, Poverty articles. worldvision.ca. Microloan to help poor people start a business. oxyan.org, International non-profit microlending organization. oxyaninternational.com. OxionNewMexico.org. OxionUSA.org, microloans to businesses that can't get other loans. AlexEcon.org/microloan.html. AllianceFlorida.com/microloan.html. ATTRA.org/guide/m/microloan.html. BigAustin.org/loans. BRC-WACO.com/micro.asp, Business Resource Center, Waco, TX. businessfinance.com/micro-loan.htm. cdcloans.com. cfra.org/microloan_program.htm, Center for Rural Affairs. ci.gardena.ca.us/businesses/microloan.asp. ci.gardena.ca.us/businesses/microloan.asp. indiamicrofinancecenter.com. ci.wilmington.de.us/microloan.htm. ctcic.org, Connecticut. dartmouth.edu/tilde/socy/pdfs/micro_lending_ijssb1997.pdf, International Journal of Sociology and Social Policy. downtownstl.org/home.aspx ?content ID =661, St. Louis. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/micro_venture_capital. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/microfinance. grants.digital-women.com/microloans grants.html. ibank.com. eliar.umich.edu/noframes/urban/ed9.htm, articles on microlending. kiva.org. kk.org/cooltools/archives/001484.php. lending.affilates-marketing.com/micro-lending.htm. maist.net/bd-micro-lending.htm. meist.org/Detroit_microloan.cfm. microloan.com. microloan.org. microvestfund.com. nexca.org/microbus/index_microbusines.htm. nepg.org/microlending.html. ots.trees.gov/docs/4/48049.pdf, microenterprise lending. powerhomebis.com/vol145/microloanproviders.htm. sba.gov/financing/microparticipants.html. swwb.org, Women's World Banking. tmcworkingSolutions.org/microloan_details.htm. truthout.org. unitus.com, Global Microfinance Accelerator. washingtoncash.org/wwd/wwd.html, women. Grameen Foundation, combining the power of microfinance and technology. Poverty and bring opportunities to the world's poorest people with tiny loans. theconnextion.com, mission to serve individuals and families in the poorest communities around the world, includes the 7 program areas. Association for Enterprise Opportunity. 353 Folsom St. SF, California 94105. 510-495-6945. Microloans. Association of Enterprise Opportunity. 320 North Michigan Avenue. Number 804. Chicago, Illinois 60601. 312-357-0177. National Association of Developing Organizations. 444 North Capitol STNW. Number 630. Washington, D.C. 20001. 202-624-7806. Possible referral for microloan in your area. National Association of Community Development. Loan Funds. 924 Cherry St. 3rd FL. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19107. 215-923-4754. Help for low-income business people.